G'day gamers, VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at Black Bolt in Alliance Battle Extreme. We might take him for a quick run in World Boss Ultimate, and I'm not sure if anyone's done timeline on the test server yet, but we might give him a quick run there as well. Let's have a quick look at the build. Got him set up in Team Universal, so self-lead, so with his new uniform, his leadership is vastly different. Applies to inhuman allies, 65% increase of all attacks. That is a ridiculous leadership. I'm pretty sure it's always been 30% energy attack to all allies. So that is pretty amazing. And with Medusa, with her new uniform, which is pretty crazy as well. Is it her? Yeah, her tier 1 passive has changed. It applies to inhuman allies. Increases damage dealt to supervillain type characters by 45%, which is pretty crazy as well. And Lavelle got her set up with a CTP of Insight, and we all know that she is an excellent support character. So let's have a quick look at Black Bolt. So this is his new uniform. It looks insane. It is extremely powerful. It's a really good uniform and has totally transformed this character. So Black Bolt Marvel X, we'll have a quick look at the details, how I've got him set up. I've got crit rate at 57, crit damage effectively maxed, dodge 64%. He's got a CTP of Rage on. That's what he came with in the test server, so I've just rolled with that for this run. And look, you know, we'll have a quick chat about CTP of Rage versus CTP of Energy in a minute. But yeah, there's pros and cons to both. His gears, I've got, I've stacked him with Odin's Blessings, why not? Got his 4th gear set to crit damage. Skills, this is where it kind of gets interesting. So we'll run through his skills actually. So his tier 3 skill, for anyone who hasn't seen it before, that's it there. Decrease all speeds, so there's apply to enemy, decrease all speeds, stun, and a silence, a 3-second silence. The silence, I'm going to say his silences are kind of hard to get used to actually. There's a fair delay between pressing the skill button and when the silence takes effect. We'll have a look at that in skill preview in a second. He's got defense down, stacks up to 70%, which is pretty mental, right? Applies to self, ignores dodge by 45, 80% chance to penetrate, 9 seconds invincible, increased damage by 35% for 1 attack, and has energy damage as the output to that. So it's not a Sharon Rogers type tier 3, but it's still pretty good. I would say like it's a fair bit better than Hulk. Who would I liken it to? It's kind of similar to Odin a little bit in regards to sort of power level. It's pretty good. First skill, he's got a stun. Second skill, he's got bleed and a stun and remove elasticity. Third skill, this is where it gets interesting, and this is how he turns into like a very powerful character. Accumulates 10% of true damage dealt to enemy. Accumulation rate of 0.7 increase for all attacks. It's pretty bonkers. Lasts for 7 seconds as well. The cooldown on his skills, that's one thing that, I've got to say, because I've got his cooldown max, right? Yeah, I do. In team, his cooldown is maxed. Out of team, it's not. The cooldown on his skills is one of his letdowns. So you can sort of see one of his weaknesses, I guess. I mean, if he had cooldown of 15 or 14 seconds on his skills, I guess he could be potentially close to Odin level. But I suppose, they probably made it like this on purpose. So he's not that ridiculously strong. He's a free-to-play unit. But third skill, the buff activates immediately. Fourth skill is a channeling skill, and this is kind of where there could be an argument to use a CTP of energy on him and also combine that with his uniform effect, which we'll also have a look at in a minute. And there's a compelling case for that. The issue is the cooldown. So once again, we got effectively an 8-second cooldown on this skill. Doesn't lend itself real well to procs when your skill is 8 seconds. Fifth skill is 7.5-second cooldown, but it is all about self-buff. It's got a 3-second silence on it as well, which has very strange timing from the time you press the button to when it actually applies. 15% recovery of max HP. 5 seconds invincible. I mean, he's got everything. He's a very, very well-rounded character now. Increase all attacks by 40%, increase all speed by 1, crit rate by 40%, which is, so when we looked at the stats screen before, I think it had like 50% crit rate. That's enough. Removes incapacitation. At the cooldown, 7.5 seconds on the skill. The effects last for 6 seconds. It's pretty good. His passive, activation rate when debuff, applies itself, removes all debuffs. And his leader, as we just saw before, absolutely incredible leadership, self-leadership, and leadership obviously to other Inhumans. So I would say that this uniform is going to be a must-have, particularly if there's going to be more powerful uniforms, Inhumans released in the future, or Inhuman uniforms. We've already seen a couple in this update, well, at least one, Kamala Khan, so she's due to come into the game. I'm not sure where he'd lead her, to be honest. It wouldn't be an Alliance Battle Extreme, but I don't know. I think this is a must-have uniform. That's my gut feel. I've got him set up with Power of Angry Hulk with some dodge ISOs. He's pretty kitted out. Oh. Character gear, we've got a CTP of Rage, rolled with pretty max stats. His uniform, we'll roll through his uniform options. And then we'll have a look at his uniform effect. So his first option, I've already done this in another video, quickly roll through it. Human Torch, Emma Frost Phoenix 5, Wolverine X-Force, Captain America Endgame, and Vision Uncanny Avengers, which I've got set to crit damage. Uniform effect, increases all damage received by, decreases, not increases. Decreases all damage received by 15%, changes effective skill Mighty Might, Kingly Might. Changes effects of skill Cosmic Awareness, changes effects of skill Silent King. So all of those passives and leadership, right? That's what's changed. All his skills have changed. So let's have a look at his skills in skill preview. It's a totally different character, and I really, as much as kind of seeing some of these, sorry, I'll just turn this down just a little bit. It's a bit loud in my ears. As much as I criticize Netmarble for having effectively a paywall update, although I'm pretty sure those tokens that we're collating in game at the moment might be able to use to lock one of those characters, maybe Thane. I don't really know. Don't take my word at that. They have done a pretty good job of actually reinvigorating Black Bolt really, really well. So let's just jump into his fifth skill. So his fifth skill is sort of like this, I don't know, there's sonic boom, I guess you would call it, where he's kind of like yells out the roar and it's just like massive chain damage. You can see the silence there, but you watch how long it takes the silence to sort of take hold. Yeah, so it's very difficult to tell because you just get that picture of his melon on the screen, which you can't turn off. You can't really see how long it is until the silence is kicking in, but there's a bit of a delay there. I actually found it a bit easier, although not easy, to silence with the tier 3 skill, because at least I could see what was going on and when it was going to silence. Third skill is pretty cool, and it's cancelable, right? So it stacks very, very well, and that's his buff skill, right? So that's where his accumulation sort of kicks in, and you can start pumping through some pretty significant damage. His one skill, I'm not really using the one skill and two skill too much in the actual Alliance Battle stuff, but certainly will be very handy in other areas of the game just because of the number of hits and the burst damage. And his fourth skill is just this. It is just a channeling skill, and it goes and it goes and it just punches out so many bloody hits, and it is extremely powerful. It has the defense down on it. It is very, very cool. Now his tier 3 skill, let's have a look at that. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and I'll just wind it all back up pretty quickly, right? And you can see the delay from the tier 3 skill to the actual silence. There's a bit of a delay. It makes it quite tricky. So that's like 2 seconds. I reckon 2 seconds roughly. Although it feels a bit different when you're playing them in Alliance Battle Extreme. Just have a quick look at it again. Okay. So pressing 1, 2, yeah, 2 seconds. between press and the actual activation. You can see it's a very powerful skill, and you can sort of cancel it when he's kind of up in the air. And yeah, it's pretty neat. So enough of that. Look, the reason why, you know, if we head back to his uniform effect, yeah, you can kind of say that a CTP of energy would work okay with him, except for the cooldowns. If you just were happy putting the 5th skill in pretty well wherever you wanted in the rotation, and trying to stick with the 3rd and the 3rd cancel into the 4th skill, you could stack up some pretty nice damage with a CTP of energy. In this Alliance Battle run, I've chosen CTP of Rage. Well, not really chosen, it was already equipped to him when we opened the server. So guys, have a look at it, see what you reckon. I missed the last Raw cancel. It would have been an easy 7 mil if I hadn't have done that. Let me know what you think, and then when we come back from the Alliance Battle run, going to take him for a quick run in War Boss Ultimate. I'm a little bit annoyed for some reason. For some reason it's glitching out and won't let me run. It won't let me run Coal Obsidian at any decent level. As soon as I try and go past level 5, it goes mental. I actually did run Coal Obsidian with him before, just at level 50. Seriously, just wanted to see how much damage he did. He cleared it in around about 20 seconds with the same team that as what I've got on now. So I don't know, who should I run him against? Maybe Thanos or something like that. Anyway, guys, check out the Alliance Battle Extreme. Then we'll come back. We'll try him out in War Boss Ultimate quickly, and maybe Timeline. Alright guys, so what do you think of Black Bolt and Alliance Battle Extreme? Hit me up in the comments below. Thanos is locked at level 19, so I'm not really sure what that's going to prove. Like I said before, Cull Obsidian, it's glitched out this test server, and I can't get past level 5, even though I ran level 50 before, and he melted Cull Obsidian in basically, I think it was around about 40 seconds, level 50. It just demolished him. It was like he wasn't even there. So we'll try Thanos level 19. It's probably not going to prove a whole heap because it's a pretty low level. But you can kind of see the damage there. It's pretty insane. I mean, yeah, okay, we had a little bit of strike help even though I didn't press the co-op skill. But he's very powerful, guys. He is a powerful character. There's no doubt about that. And I think he's very good for PvE. It's that roar. I just love the sound of the roar. So yeah, this level 19 is going to be a bit of a joke. Oh, unless I got frozen, that wouldn't have been, the joke would have been on me then. Oh shit, get out of there. Alright, alright. This could be game over for Thanos pretty damn quickly. And we might take him for a run against Ebony Moore as well, I guess. Like a hot knife through butter. Really no challenge. Ebony Moore, I mean, we'll take him for a run against Ebony. Ebony, obviously Black Bolt has no elemental attacks. Sorry guys, bit brain dead there. So we'll just see how he goes. I don't know how much damage he's going to do. It's just going to be pure energy attack. Not going to be. I'm not expecting outstanding damage. Just because he doesn't have the elemental attack. But let's see. It's still pretty good. For brute force damage, it's still pretty good stuff. Let's see how his tier 3 goes. Yeah, pretty good. I reckon he's pretty similar in power level to, maybe not quite Captain Marvel, but I'd say not far off Black Bolt. Oh, you can take a hit too, which is always nice. You can take a bit of punishment. Always interests me, Ebony Moore. You never know what you're going to come back down to. Some purple bloody meteors coming down on top of your head. It's always a bit of a risk when you sort of can't see what's happening when you're up in the air in iframe. Could come back down to insta death. There's no doubt about that. Oh man, he's just smashing him though, isn't he? Oh, get away from that. That roar, I just love the sound of it. Look, it might get annoying after if you're playing him every day, I suppose. Just going to try and iframe through these purple balls. Oh, don't get caught up in that. Look at that. That's just punishment. Roar! And showing absolutely no respect for Ebony's purple shit that he was trying to throw down there. I just said, you know what? Black Bolt's tough enough to deal with that stuff. So that's pure energy attack. No elemental damage there at all. Guys, we might quickly chuck a CTP of regen on him and see how he goes in timeline battle, and that'll sort of wrap up my Black Bolt review. Okay. Alright, so I've switched him over to a CTP of regeneration. All other, everything else has stayed exactly the same. Let's try him in timeline battle. I have no idea what sort of, hopefully he's not banned. That would be crap. No, not banned. So, maybe we just try this team. Let's have a look what these guys are running. Thane. Yeah, let's try this. It's going to run on manual. Get away from that guard breaking. Crap. He's able to survive her. No. Medusa's got a CTP of rage. Can't see this going real well for her. Oh. Interesting. It actually did go quite well for her. For a second. Alright, we might actually try that again. Jean, as we know, extremely difficult opponent to take down. So, let's try this Jean. Yeah. Geez, you nearly got her. It's just that, Medusa didn't go so good that time. Maybe I should try a slightly different team because it's hardly a PvP team. So let's just let's get Colossus in, and maybe we'll take in. I've probably gone straight past Colossus, have I? Let's take in Wasp and Colossus wherever he is. Okay. Let's try again. Oh, so I haven't put any HP Euro or anything like that on him. So we'll go against this this team here again. He should be a little bit more tanky now with oh, killed it a bit early. Early death. Yeah, not bad. Whoa. Okay. Well, I mean, it changes the character totally, doesn't it? You give him a little bit of HP, give him some defense, and all of a sudden it's game on. That's a drastic improvement. A drastic improvement. So let's see. See if he can. Yes, I don't like these odds against Silver Surfer, just with the reflect. I mean, this is a nice team to try him out against. A bit tough having Jean lead to start off with. Usually she goes straight into a guard break while his skills are still so we can survive this. You know you're rooted as soon as that fifth skill shit comes out. I'm not even going to fight anymore. I might try and take that same team on, but I'll put Wasp as lead, so he has a chance to actually get his skills on cooldown. That won't do. Whatever. A Jean is Jean. And I'm sure they're built all a little bit differently. So I'll just try and get his skills on cooldown. If we can drop him into the bubble as well, give him a little bit of advantage. Yeah, not bad. Actually, he can take it down, eh? You can take Thane down pretty easily as well. Okay, go and try another Gene as well. Oh, we've actually beaten this one already. Okay. Probably not great timing to drop in. Yeah, get out of that, you mole. Stand there and die. There's not too many that can survive that 5th skill. I mean, Silver Surfer just with his Reflect, he survives the 5th skill. Another Gene survives it. Thanos kind of tanks it. You know, Destroyer just reflects it as well. There's not too many others that can do it though. Not too many others at all. So I'm going to see if I can get Wasp's bubble up again. That didn't work too good. All right, so let's hope. I was going to say let's hope we can keep Colossus alive. Okay, get into your 4th skill. No. Far out, Gene. I was going to say something else starting with F then, but you know, restrain myself. Okay, one last one. I mean, he's a mixed bag so far. That's what I've kind of, you know, I guess that's what we've learnt. If he can come in with his skills off cooldown, then he seems to be able to do some decent damage. So it's probably pretty good signs from an Alliance tournament point of view. I know a couple of dudes who would be getting a little bit aroused at this stuff. Personally not me, but those people exist, I can assure you. Yeah. I mean, it's just about a matter of getting those skills off, and bye-bye Gene. 3-5-4 or 5-3-4. Tier 3 doesn't go too bad either. All right, well, not really sure what to make of him. I think, you know, if he comes into a match with his skills off cooldown, he's good. He is really good on manual. Let's try on auto. I'm not sure it's going to be the same story. I'll be interested to see what skills get prioritized. I really hope Jean's first skill that she throws at him isn't the 5th skill. Whoa, okay. 5 and 4. Man, nice. That's nice prioritizing. And he's done it again. 5th skill and 4th skill. And this is at max cooldown. So there'll be some interesting, some interested Alliance tournament players watching. Look at that. Wow. He's going to tier 3 Thanos. Well, now this is going to go down. And he's just stepping on the gas on the 5th skill constantly. So he could be very, look, he's just hitting 5, 4 and 3. He's prioritizing 5, 4 and 3 with max skill cooldown. That's what he's prioritizing. He's not even touching his 1 and 2 skill. This is extremely rare for a character to be doing that. I mean, Thanos eventually defeats him, but you know, that was quite a decent effort on auto by Black Bolt. Plenty to think about there, and yeah, he might be an option in Alliance tournament. He very well could be an option there. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of Black Bolt, PvP, PvE. To me, just seems all round really, really good. A really good character, and well done to Netmarble for making him so.